Oh, the kitty wants to eat some meat. Okay, kitty. Another synth hunter contract.
Ugh, I hope the last one didn't get too messy. This next one isn't so morally ambiguous. Seems Bunker Hill needs some help with a nasty synth raider. They got a policy of paying off raiders to keep the roads safe. Seems one of the raiders they pay off has been acting funny. Downright polite.
Kill everyone who's polite. Thank you. How about I'll shoot you in the knees? Alright.
So according to this file, Kay over at Bunker Hill... Damn it! We were just there! I hate this piecemeal mission. Anyway, says here she thinks she's been seeing a lot of the meat wagons since coming and going from there. I don't know it too well. She's got a kid, and living at Bunker Hill means they're always paying protection money, like a bunch of schlubs. Must be a pretty serious operation to stick a neck out like this to contact us. Now, we gotta schlep all the way back over to Bunker Hill. Come on.
Just another day in the Commonwealth. Oh.
I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do. He's been dead too long. And that head injury, it's just too serious.
Oh, that's fine.
I know, Kay. I knew at the moment I saw him. I just couldn't give up without trying. I don't know what we're gonna do without him.
Hey, Kay. Long time no... Oh. What's going on?
I think someone died.
Give me a few minutes here, Lily. Be right there.
Hey. You okay?
No, don't touch me. Stay away from us.
Hey. Hey. We're not like that.
Sometimes.
What's going on here?
Sorry. You scared me. I thought you might be the ones who killed him.
What are you talking about? What happened?
Raiders. My husband's friends said they killed him. It wasn't far from here. I was just scared.
Raiders? What?
We went outside the walls to get his body. Thought maybe you followed us. They killed him right over there.
You mean... that's your husband? He had a family?
I hate raiders. They killed my daddy.
I know, baby. I know.
Oh, sorry, kid.
Me too. Hush now. Just give Mommy another minute. He was an honest scaver. Out with his two friends trying to find stuff to sell. They told me they were attacked by raiders. And barely got away with their lives. He was a good man. He cared about us. He didn't deserve this. Please, be careful when you leave. They're still out there somewhere.
No. No. That's not right. That's... What the f***, man? What happened? No, 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 no! No!
Is she okay? What's happening?
I don't know.
Mommy, she's scaring me.
This wasn't supposed to happen. What did I... no! 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 Oh, God, please, no!
Please, you're scaring us. Just go away.
Where's the sheriff?
Lily, it's okay.
I need the sheriff.
I'm real sorry about that. Usually she's a lot cooler. Oh, wait, no. You know what, kid? I got a lollipop. Oh, Amos dropped it on the floor. Okay, here you go. This is free. Oh, sorry. Amos. Okay, I am real sorry. God bless. God bless. Just gotta check. Okay, God bless. Hey, you got the same glasses as Jerry. That's pretty cool. So yeah, Lily's freaking out. I think she's having a change of heart. Not for the Institute, but I guess for synths.
I don't know what to do.
What are you talking about, Lily?
Oh, God, Sheriff, I need your help. I lied to you, and I asked Luna to lie, and then Ozzy. I did something, and...
Calm down, Lily. It's okay. I think I know what this is about.
But I...
Sit down and take some deep breaths.
Uh-huh. Okay. Sheriff, I have something I need to tell you.
First, did anyone hurt you?
No, it's worse than that. Much worse.
This is about the synth hunter contracts you two did a poor job of hiding from me, isn't it?
Oh God, Sheriff. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You knew the whole time, didn't you? How?
Maybe when Delano told me your friend showed up only the next day wanting to take the job I wouldn't give to you. Or maybe when Luna handed me the bag of railroad holotapes and told me everything about how you took the job and wanted her to lie to me about it.
Oh, what the hell,
I
Luna?
see. I'm so stupid. And I killed this synth and he
Take a deep breath. Say it slow.
had... Oh God. I'm a monster. His family has nobody now and I can't take it back.
We can't take anything back in this business.
You knew this was gonna happen, didn't you?
Delano asked me what I wanted her to do about it. I told her that you needed to learn on your own. Just keep you away from the Institute. I knew when I wasn't going to be able to stop you. I'd hoped you'd stop yourself.
But I didn't. I killed him. And then his wife came for his body and his kids. Oh God.
It's actually just one kid.
Oh, my little Lily. You did a lot of growing up today, didn't you? My tough little girl. You've come a long way from the kid that used to follow me around Diamond City and copy everything I did. There's more jobs to run, but you're not running them anymore, are you?
No. Never again. I hate the Institute. But this? I can't do this.
So, before I say anything, remember that you did indeed stop yourself, like I hoped you would.
But it's already done. I can't take it back. I can't take any of them back.
You're right. Raiders and gunners, super mutants, the coursers, and ones that know what they are. Those bodies aren't so hard to step over.
I know you've done it before, Sheriff. Everyone hears the stories about what happens to meat wagons you catch in the Fens they're never seen again.
It's true. They never leave here. They could be recording everything for the Institute. Or a walking bomb and never even know it.
How do you go on? How do you do it when they're begging?
To be frank, they never see it coming. It's the least we can do. But I know you mean my conscience. I suppose I was fortunate in a sense.
What do you mean? What happened?
The Brotherhood inures their cadets to violence as part of the curriculum. I had killed my first captive raider by 7. They put him in a cage and made me shoot him while he begged for his life. He didn't deserve to live, but no child deserves to be made to kill. That was only the first class of the semester that year.
But how do you...
Scar tissue. That's what my mentor in the Brotherhood called it. When you wound your soul, it heals with scar tissue like any other part of you. Harder, rigid, more resistant to damage. He believed the Brotherhood's scar tissue was keeping it from recognizing the pain of the capital's people. That we had seen so much violence, done so much looting and sometimes killing, that we saw nothing wrong with the people's suffering. We didn't see how they could possibly be of use, so we discarded them and turned a deaf ear to their pain. He worked very hard to change that, but his ideology was ultimately pushed aside for a more selfish one.
So you saying I have to get used to it?
I'm saying the opposite, Lily. Getting used to it is not something you ever want. This thing you came to me for, how to not feel this guilt? There's no magic fix. There's no fix at all. And it's not a place I want you to be. It would be worse if you didn't feel anything. I would have failed you. You would be like me, or the lieutenants, or Oaks. Those tears on your face right now, they mean you aren't a monster. It's not too late.
You really think so?
I know so, Lily. You don't want to hear it. But part of what you might need is going back to face that family. To tell them the entire truth.
I know. I want to. I will. Make me feel better. Even if it made me feel worse. If that makes any sense.
It makes perfect sense, Lily.
Sheriff? What did you mean by you would be failing me?
Look, when you're born into the Brotherhood, there's certain things that are decided for you. Things you don't get a say in. And one of the things that was decided for me is, well, I wanted a... It's complicated, Lily. I didn't get to...
It's okay, Sheriff. Crenshaw told me the other day. Is it true? Just tell me that.
Yes, Lily, it's true. You... I consider you my... Excuse me. This is very difficult for me, Lily.
I hoped it was. So much. I love you too, Sheriff. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to say it back. I feel the same way. I know now. I know. I've been wanting to say something else, Sheriff.
What is it?
You remember that day I brought Luna and McGilly here?
How could I forget? I hadn't seen you in months and months. Then you came into the Yellow Zone in your own T-60. You were maybe 14 years old at most. Spears told me later you had to tie blocks to your feet so you could stand in the power armor frame. You were still very angry at me for not deputizing you and Zeke. You told me to burn in hell, among other anatomically difficult things. You wanted to hurt me that day with your words. They did, Lily. I thought I had lost you for good.
I didn't mean any of it. I cried all the way back to the Atom Cats. I'm so sorry I said that to you. I didn't want to leave, but I get so mad.
I wish you had stayed too. We would have had 2 more years together. But we are both stubborn. All we have is now. Will you be okay?
No. Yes. I think so. I don't know. This is one of the worst days of my life, and now it's one of the best. But they're both still with me. I don't know how to feel. I think I'll just cry myself to sleep tonight.
Maybe that's what you need. Why don't you come find me later when you're alone? We can have a couple of shots. We've got a lot to talk about.
Okay, I will. Thank you, Sheriff, for everything. No more synth hunting. I can't do it anymore. I appreciate you helping me, but it's more than I can handle. We'll have to find another way to help. But first, there's something I need to take care of at the Atom Cat garage. You'll see when we get there.
Who the f was that?
Good. I was hoping they didn't have a chance to throw her out to feed the Mirelurks yet. I haven't told anyone what really happened the night I was kidnapped. Not the entire story.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Fallout 4. Why are you Fallout 4? Come on. We're trying to have a serious scene here, Fallout.
I was hoping they didn't have a chance to throw her out to feed the Mirelurks yet. I haven't told anyone what really happened the night I was kidnapped. Not the entire story. I got to thinking when the sheriff was talking. I wanted to come back and put those markers back on the grave. I can't let it just be forgotten like this.
Another sob story? You lied to me? Are you ready to tell somebody yet? What really happened when they had you? I guess we'll go through them all. Are you ready to tell somebody yet?
I guess so. After that thing I did, I owe it to her down there to tell somebody her story.
Are you gonna go over your whole life story to the synth down there? Another sob story?
Oh, excuse me there. Didn't mean to waste your time. Am I interrupting something?
I mean, me and Jerry were gonna go drinking, but you lied to us?
No, it's not like that. Everything I said really happened. I just Wasn't ready to tell anyone the worst part.
Are you a synth? Yeah, I don't think I need to hear this. What really happened?
I don't like to think about it. But maybe it's time. You don't know what they did to her. I ain't told nobody yet, 'cause it's just so damn evil. It hurts to think about it. Makes me sick to my stomach. I can't just let it die with me. Makes you wonder. We talk about how harsh this world is and rationalize how we can keep going in the face of this horror we would condemn to. I mean, I've dropped people who had it coming into meat grinders. Literally. I've always known what side of the line I was on. You get numb to the violence. And then something happens to snap you out of it. A new atrocity. And that's what this was. What they did to her. I thought nothing could faze me anymore. I just told everyone the Institute showed up with her. They kinda assumed she was on a cart or already dead. But she wasn't. They walked her in on her own 2 feet. She had my face, but she looked like she'd only had her eyes open for a few minutes.
That's messed up.
She was looking around at everything. Mouth open, amazed at this new thing called the world. Breathing and being alive. Pure as one of Bab's bees. I mean, Babs said she didn't have synth components, so I doubt she knew much of what was going on. They led her just like a lamb to the slaughter. They made me get undressed, then they put my clothes on her while she just silently stood there. Those raiders have been eyeing my scalp for years. And what they said they were gonna do to me then and there as they were looking at me like that? As if I needed a reason to hate them more after killing my parents. They were full on planning to gang rape me. Those f***s.
Oh, God.
The courses said the scientists needed my mind intact and would kill anyone that touched me.
That's good.
Would you believe that? Saved from that. From what the raiders do to people like me by a courser. But those assholes weren't done with my double. No. They had to make the murder look convincing. The courser told the raiders to have their way with her and then beat her to death. And she just stood there. She didn't know any words. She had no idea what they were saying. What those bats and chains they were waving in her face meant. She was just fascinated by them. And those fucking animals. They just fell on her, hooting and hollering like the predators they are. There was nothing human in them. She had no idea. I saw the confusion in her eyes after the first blow, the pain after they... She had no idea what was happening. She screamed in pain, threw up her arms as they kicked and stomped her. They just poured it on, rib after broken rib. It was awful. Eventually, she wasn't screaming no more. She was coughing on her own blood. And then, she wasn't coughing or trying to protect herself after that. She was dying. She'd given up. They stopped, finally. The face covered in blood, flipped her over. She was only barely alive. And they drove that tie iron into her back. She looked right at me, damn it. She didn't know what was going on. Why it hurt so bad. I watched her eyes go dead. What was she, maybe 10 minutes old? Her entire 10-minute life, from start to finish, was the moldy basement of an old warehouse and horrible pain. Can't even begin to describe the fear and confusion in her eyes, like a child caught in the crossfire of a war. Taking their last breath. I must have had the same look in my face when those raiders jumped my parents and left me an orphan. But then that scaver I shot, I saw it in his eyes too. He didn't know what he was. He never had a chance against me or knew why he was dying, just that it was happening. And I'm the one who put it there. I'm no better than the raider who left an orphan now. And I hate myself for it. That's where all this got me.
I'm glad we're stopping too. So if it's not a machine, what is it anyway? Well, it is a machine.
I don't know. She wasn't human. But here I am calling her a she now. And I want those markers put back up. Whatever she was, she deserved more than she got. So much more.
Glad we're stopping too.
This got so far out of hand. I need to talk to that family someday soon.
Can't give up now.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do. No more synth hunter contracts. Leave that to someone without a soul.
What are you gonna do now?
Well, I'm done being a synth hunter. That's for damn sure. Gotta go find what's left of that family and salvage what I can sometime soon. But the Institute? They do this every day, to countless people. There's gotta be something we can do. I just don't know what. I see now why the sheriff didn't want me near that stuff. But I've gotta push for something I can do to make a difference.
Hey girl, I didn't see you come in. How long you been here for?
Like an hour?
Hey, sugar butt. I'm happier to see you than you know. Just got here. I was gonna come see you next. What's up?
Well, I hate to be the person who turns you right around, but Bob radioed a couple of hours ago looking for you. Must be where you were heading over. Seems there's been an emergency with the water supply. She needs to get you back over there right away.
The cistern?
Literally.
We better get the hell over there right away. You got your back to move into the Bleachers yet?
I do, but we've been watching the gunners over at Quincy. They've been pretty busy lately. We radioed the sheriff to let her know. She asked us to keep her updated on him. He's got Zeke pretty spooked. He's worried they might make a play for our power armor next. None of the gang knows Quincy like I do, so I volunteered to stick around there a couple more weeks. I can't leave the family hanging. You know that.
I do. Rizzo, I do. It's been a hell of a week. Make sure they're safe. Tell everyone I said hi, and I'll be back. Be back in a few days. Oh, and Rizzo. One other thing. Can you guys put the grave markers back up and leave her here? As a favor? For me?
Oh, sure, hon. Any reason for the change of heart? You were fit to dig it up yourself last time you was here.
It's kinda complicated. I'll tell you next time I see you. It's been a rough week. Just remember, I love you.
I love you too. You tell Bob to hold that spot in the greenhouse for our wedding. Be safe out there.
Hey, let's get on over to Diamond City. We ain't got no time to waste. This is about the cistern. It's gotta be an emergency.
This ends Lily's companion storyline missions. Many other quests in this mod may still require her to be your companion and will be marked as such if that is the case. Scar tissue, you'll get caught up in the... Damn, that was intense. Get to Dr. McClintock's cistern. Troubled waters. Did that little bald kid do something? Oh, I bet it was that kid. He found out about the water, wanted to expand his business.
I'm glad you two are here. We don't have any time to waste.
Yeah, guys, this is some pretty serious we got going on here.
Hey, gang, what's up? Why are we down here? Something looks Oh my god. Babs! Where are all the roots?
They're dead, Lily. Let me explain.
Yeah, but what the hell happened?
Shut up, Lily. Let her explain.
Sorry.
Someone put herbicide in the cistern water.
What? There must be something we can do. That's a bad thing, right?
Not as bad as it could have been, but still, very bad. Especially if we can't get this resolved in the next day or two.
How'd they do that?
The sheriff is going to explain that part. It's why we needed Lily for your part.
What about your part? There must be something we can do. Right now.
There is. We have a plan already. Others are out doing their parts right now, but we need Lily for something very specific.
Oh. So should I leave, or what happens next?
Well, the greenhouse and the bleachers are safe. For now. The Vault Tech purifier detected it and immediately shut down the intake. Thankfully, not a single drop made it into the greenhouse. But the entire cistern is contaminated. I need to neutralize it with a treatment before we can turn the pumps back on.
You said it's safe for now. How long we got?
Not long at all. I've got enough water for the greenhouse and the tanks for 2 days. The rest of us immediately have to go into water rationing.
Just how much water are we talking here, Bob?
No showers, food, or fabric operations. I mean, the water is safe for us and for fabrics. It's an herbicide, not a person-cide. But the entire Bleachers water supply goes through the Vault Tech purifier and into the same tanks I use for the greenhouse. We don't have a branched water supply. It means we all have the cleanest water outside of any vault, but it also means we draw from the same reserve. You're going to have to use bottled soda instead of the soda fountain, and stop other business. We can't spare water to wash dishes or prep food. The problem is the entire East Wall complex uses between 30 and 40,000 liters of water a day, more during a heat wave. My greenhouse uses about 80% of that. Textile uses 10%, and the remainder is for the diner and the rest of the Bleachers and Sheriff's Department.
Shit, that's a lot of water. I had no idea, Bob. I can scale back operation and turn us back into a bottled soda shop until it's fixed, yeah. Keeping that greenhouse running is more important.
Thanks, DP. I'm going to cut back the vines today to save water for the cotton and crops. Removing as much gas exchange surface area from the greenhouse as possible can get us a few more days out of our supply. This isn't a problem that can't be fixed, but it's going to take industrial-scale chemical interventions, and it has to happen fast. Unfortunately, the treatment is at Mass Chem, and Lily...
Yeah, I'm not going back there.
That's right, you're not. We sent Crenshaw already. We need you for something else. The sheriff will explain.
We initially thought this was an inside job, as cistern security is so high. That didn't turn out to be the case. The card reader log shows Deputy Hewitt was the only one who accessed the cistern in the last 24 hours.
The scout that got killed by the gunners a couple months ago on the east side?
The same. We reported his death accurately, but withheld certain details from the report to aid in the investigation. Specifically, there were signs of torture on his body, and his badge and card were missing along with most of his other belongings. At the time, we attributed it to typical gunner greed. But now that his card has been used to access the cistern, we are suspecting something more. We're running on the assumption he was tortured into giving up intel about the department prior to being murdered and dumped. The easiest explanation after that would be they hired or threatened a Green Zone secure civilian into accessing the cistern with the card. Someone we know and see regularly. Someone who wouldn't attract attention wandering around right field by themselves.
The gunners, huh? You think they might still be a bit sore about, you know.
There wasn't any reason to suspect that had any involvement at the time of Hewitt's murder. As I said, just typical gunner greed. Circumstances are different now. So answering that part of the question is the second part of this mission. We know this. Hewitt was alive, confirmed by autopsy. And we never heard him radio for help. This was a well-planned abduction. He was also operating in the same area his body was found. So they likely were in the area long enough to gather intel for an effective abduction.
I don't get it. Where do I come in then?
Hewitt's body was found less than half a click from the residence of a farmer I'm told you are familiar with. The old man with the house overlooking the ruins of Fort Independence. I believe he was one of the first Atom Cat beneficiaries.
Oh yeah, Cooter. I know him. He's a good guy. We dropped one of those household fusion generators off for him a few years back. He likes to brew his own beer, you know? Grows his own grain for it, too. That reminds me, I gotta tell Babs about my suggestion for
Thank you, Lily. Talk to him. See if he knows anything about Hewitt's murder or the people who did it. This is strictly fact-finding. Understand? If he saw anything, they likely threatened him with death if he told anyone. So he may need to be bribed or threatened for the info. I don't need to tell you the doctor's greenhouse is the lifeblood of our entire operation. The water purifier, the food, the cotton. Without it, the entire effort withers and dies. Plain and simple. If that farmer knows anything, question him. Try to find out who did this and why they went after us.
You got it, Sheriff. We won't let you down.
One last thing, Lily.
Yeah?
Don't bite off more than you can chew. This is strictly a fact-finding mission.
Hey, it's me! I know my limits better than anyone.
Alright. You heard the lady. Let's go.
Look over here so I can kick your goddamn ass, dickhead.
Oh my god, Jerry. Rip that man's leg off.